We have some more breaking news from the NHL. We have ourselves another NHL trade, this time between division rivals between Pittsburgh and Washington, involving former first-rounder Hendrix Lapierre. We'll discuss the deal coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have another NHL trade to discuss. This one, again, like the last one, nothing too huge or substantial, but could be a nice opportunity here for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They've acquired former first-rounder and Washington Capital youngster Hendrix Lapierre in exchange for a 2027 third-round selection and a 2028 fifth-round selection. This is another prime example of Kyle Dubas taking a chance on a buy low opportunity on a former highly touted prospect that needed a fresh start, wasn't quite working out to their abilities with their existing clubs. We've seen him do this a number of times. Some have worked, some have not, but really it's a gamble, but you're not giving up a whole heck of a lot to make the gamble, so it's a pretty low risk move. He either turns into a viable everyday player for you, even if it's a bottom six, it's still a player that fills a spot and does a good job for you, or maybe it doesn't and he plays for you for a year or two and you move on. Like it's one of those low risk, potentially higher reward situations. I don't know if there's a real high ceiling for Lapierre at this point, but I can see him being, under the right coaching with the right guidance, could become a consistent bottom six player that can play with, a bit of a physical aspect to his game, pitching a little bit offensively. That's going to be the test of if he can adapt his game here and take on to be more of a role player. But, obviously he had numerous opportunities in Washington and really wasn't able to nail down one of those center spots, which, I think they had higher hopes for him at the time when they drafted him, but not everybody works out to be exactly what they hope to be. Sometimes you got to make adjustments, get a fresh start, have a different role, different coach, different guidance, and see what happens. So again, pretty buy low, gamble opportunity here for Kyle Dubas and the Penguins, but that's right up his alley, something he does all the time. So I think it's worth a shot at this point. And of course, the Capitals have been bringing in additional forwards. They obviously made a move for Alex Tuch. They made a move for Jordan Kyrou. So they've gotten a little bit older on the wings. They moved out Connor McMichael and Hendrix Lapierre, who at one point were probably, hoping that they would be two of their top three centers. McMichael did play some center for them, had a stronger stretch of game than Lapierre ever did, of course, but in McMichael's case, he played on the wing at times as well, depending on who else they had for centered up, after getting Strome and Dubois, etc. We did see a little bit more of that at times, depending on who was in the lineup on any given day, but McMichael's value was a little higher, brought back Jordan Kyrou. Of course, in this case with Lapierre, they get a couple of, mid-round draft picks. So we'll see what happens. Washington clearing some players out. Pittsburgh taking a chance on a former highly touted prospect. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure you subscribe and stick around. There's going to be a ton more content coming here in the coming days. We're in a very, very busy news cycle of NHL news and rumors, with the draft coming up tomorrow for agency. Not long after that, it's going to be a very busy stretch of time here. So stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date with everything you need to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.